All right. So change, that's been a topic lately we've discussed. Have you ever asked your guides about change?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say about 20 years ago, I sat down in a meditation and I did ask my guides. And I was working really close with Metatron at that time. And I asked him, what is change? And how are we supposed to get through change? And his answer was really profound. And his answer was, it's an emotion on the earth plane. And when you pass from one frequency to another vibration, it's a human feeling that's uncomfortable, especially when there's resistance, when you fight it. And instead of embracing it and breathing through it. And he kept going back to breath. And all my years in the metaphysical realm, breath is healing. Breath is life.
The breath of life.
Breath of life, yes, definitely. And his comment to me was, keep breathing. Keep breathing through change, I kept asking. Yes, until you can feel it differently. So to me, it meant, okay, I'm uncomfortable. Breathe again, and then see it shifting.
Beautiful.
And then your eyes can see it differently.
With that breathing, 'cause of course we're breathing every day, but that's more intention-based breathing, kind of like our 3D breaths we always talk about.
Yes.
Where it's just taking that pause to elevate frequency and energy and almost stepping perhaps a little bit above whatever's, that change is representing, the emotion tied to it at that time.
It's the deep breaths again. And the more that you do that, it will give you peace. And that's the difference between resistance and peace. And again, it's acceptance of that change.
Beautiful.
And how you look at that change.
Beautiful.
And when we think of change, oh, well, my life is happy. Is it? Well, no. Exactly. So you have to constantly think about your life. Am I on my path? And is my path still on my journey that I originally wanted? Because if it isn't, there will be change.
Very true.
Whether you like it or not. The universe will definitely change it for you. And God and the universe always give you little hints here and there. And you can see those. You can, oh man, I had an idea. No, okay. No, I'm fine. And you just kind of push it aside 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And then God in the universe says, they're not hearing me. So they might hit you with a 1 by 1, a 2 by 1. Oh, wait a minute, a 2 by 4. Oh, and you still didn't get it. Oh, you want to get hit with more?
Yeah, that 4x4 is painful.
Yes, it is. Have you been there? Yes. So in that concept, if we would see it, recognize it, and go, oh, I don't like that about my life. What can I do differently?
Right.
Not what can I do to make them change, but what can I do to change my reaction to what's annoying me,
Right.
or what I'm unhappy about, no matter what it might be, whether it's money, relationships, children, love, anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's an idea. And again, it's the resistance versus peace. What do you want? Do you want it to be your life to be full of resistance, or do you want peace?
Yeah, peace is definitely, I think, what most of us would choose.
I would prefer peace for sure. So if you think about it, instead of analyzing a situation, just allowing it.
That can be hard for those of us who operate in the left brain. What are any tips that you can share to help to reduce the analysis tendency and more of the allowing?
Well, when you see resistance, that means that you're not happy with something. And it's fear, sadness. Those are all the elements of the need for change. So when you feel that, again, you need to breathe through something until your mind gets better. You know, we always have tools that we offer, you know, the journaling, the vision boards, those kind of things help you. What do you want your life to look like? Right? And if you look at your vision board one day and you go, oh, that's happened, this happened, I would suggest making a new vision board. Because if your life's journey is constantly changing, wouldn't you want it to be things that you wanted it to be?
Right.
That bring you joy and happiness instead of fear, sadness, regret?
Mm-hmm.
And then you could live your life to the fullest. And look at all the wonderful things that you could share with the world if all the time you were happy and at peace.
Sure.
Then you have to ask yourself when you're thinking about change, am I changing out of emotion? Well, I don't like that. Or I don't like how he treated me, so I'm going to do this. That's emotion. Instead of breathing through it, raising your vibrations up to where you're calm.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're calm, if that's still something that you want to do, then go forward. Mm-hmm. If not, and it's not in your best interest, you might change, but you're going to veer off your path.
Gotcha.
So there's a saying, you can either take the easy path or the hard path. The destination is the same. Which would you choose? You know, I would prefer the easier route. You know what? Now in my life, that's what I choose. 30 years ago, I probably would have chosen the other one, or I did choose the other path. If I knew now if I knew now back then, I would have taken the other path for sure.
Sure.
a lot more smiles for sure.
A little more joy infused.
More joy. Another thing with change is to start affirmations. You know, put affirmations every day in your journal. Every single day. Whether you write it before or after waking, you know, if you're writing in your journal at the end of the day, write an affirmation for tomorrow.
Nice.
And you might say, well, why? Because if that's your intent when you go off to your dream time, that's the kind of energy you're going to wake up with. Mm-hmm. Versus not doing any of it and not having a positive outlook for tomorrow.
Beautiful. Setting the path for the next day.
For the next day, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But every single day, write an affirmation, even if it's, I love the sun. Mm-hmm. I love my life. and keep saying it until it's second nature. I am healthy. I am prosperous. I'm full of life. And then your subconscious thinks, oh, well, that's what you want in your life. That's what I want on my path. And that's what God in the universe will give you.
Beautiful.
More of what you ask for.
Beautiful.
I don't know if there's any other tools other than, the affirmations and the journaling and the vision boards and just looking at your life for change. That's what I would suggest.
Very good.
Another one would be to meditate more and music.
Yeah.
What kind of music calms your soul? Now, for me, it's piano and harps and strings and peaceful music. I've had clients, it was hard rock. And I asked them, I had 5 of them, and every single one of them says, no, that's how I jam.
Might even depend on the day and the mood.
Exactly. And if they listen to their rock music, they could clean their house, they could still meditate with that. That's why we have so many tools available to us. Because if one doesn't work, another one will.
Excellent. That's reassuring.
Always changing, always changing.
And look for signs.
Look for signs. Absolutely. Because when you ask, even something little like, how many minutes on the microwave, might come in your mind 111 for a cup of coffee, when you know a minute is fine. Put 111 on there. Because if your guides are telling you 111, then start doing what the signs are showing you, the thoughts that come in your brain, because it's your guides coming through to help you.
Beautiful.
They tell me all the time that they're here to help us. And the more that I ask, the more I receive.
Beautiful.
And that's everyone. If you ask, you get it. I want to be happy. I am happy. I am happy. Therefore, I am.
Seems so simple.
So simple. Life should be simple. And if it isn't, then it's time for a change. I've had clients that are so sad and grumpy and fearful to lose their job, but they hate their job. And then one day it was like they got fired. And then they came across their perfect job. He could have gotten that job 10 years prior if he would have just been open to it.
Wow.
And now 10 years later, he's high up in leadership.
Wow.
Happy as can be, making lots of money.
Amazing.
So when you see the signs, make a move, make a step. It takes action.
Beautiful. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And we hope for everybody listening a wonderful day, and may the changes, transitions that you encounter be peaceful.
Mm, thank you.